Hey there, YouTube. Hyper D Kaiser here. I'm here with my regional report. Like I said on Friday that I took Hero Gate to the Edison Regional here in New Jersey. Um, Went 5-4, unfortunately. Started off strong, really strong, but in the end, I just wasn't able to pull it through with Hero Gate. It's a very Hero Gate is a very aggressive deck, and unfortunately, the other aggressive decks also have protection. Meanwhile, this doesn't really have that much protection at all. So, well, let's get to my matchups. Round one was fairly decently easy matchup. Uh, Surprisingly, it was against one of my subscribers, which I found very odd since I didn't know that many people actually watched. But it was against TG Agents. I forget exactly how. I think I 2-0'd him. 2-1'd him. Close enough. Either way, I won. It was a fun match. We were very, friendly match. Didn't really have any actually all my matchups. I don't think anybody was really upset or anything. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, round one was Agents. Round two, Dino Rabbit. Round two, I also won against apparently somebody who topped nationals, Jeff Strain. I did not know he topped nationals, but Dino Rabbit is actually one of my better matchups, surprisingly, mainly because of super polymerization and being able to just get rid of Lagia or Dolka right away. So yeah, we'll come back to that, I guess, later. Round three was against Windups. Not even the new OTK. This is, pre-Order of Chaos, so it's just pure Windups. Game one, he won because Windup Kitten just ruins my day because it gets rid of my Shining without me getting any pluses off of it. So Game 2 and 3, I sided and was able to beat him decently fast, so that's that. Round 4 was 6 Samurai. I don't have any Samurai cards on hand right now, so that'll be like a Kageki or Shion or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. 6 Hams, I 2-0'd him. Didn't really have much of a problem. They've lost their power. I don't really see them, doing... I mean, they're still a decent deck, but they can't really... The best they can do against B will probably be Naturia Beast, but I can just super poly that in Nagaya, so I don't really have a problem with that. Round 5 is where my problems began. I was 4-0, feeling pretty good. Round 5, I went up against Miracle Gemini. Definitely one of my hardest matchups. Mainly because they can use Super Poly as well. And it's not a surprise, so it's just like, oh, great. Basically, it's whoever drops Super Poly the second time wins. Unfortunately, I was not able to beat him either of the games. Did I beat him one game? No, he 2-0'd me. The second game was because I misplayed. I had a Dimensional Fissure out, and he honested, and I let it go through, and I just was not paying attention. I should have not let that go through because Dimensional Fissure was out. So yeah, well, that's what happened there. Round 6 was Dino Rabbit again. I didn't draw into either of my Super Polys, so I lost there again, unfortunately. Round 7, Gravekeepers. Normally, I shouldn't really have much of a problem against Gravekeepers. However, Game 1, I opened up Valor, Voltic. Game 1, I started. I summoned Stratos, set a back row. I had Miracle Fusion, Maxi, Valor, and Voltic in hand. He goes, plays Necro Valley, sets two spells and traps, sets a monster, plays Royal Tribute. He discards a Commandant, and kind of ruins my day because I can't come back from that. Game 2, I open up all monsters. He didn't Royal Tribute me, but that kind of screws over my day since I can't really do anything without any spells or traps. So that kind of, that ruined my day. That was it. Round 8, I got a free win because apparently my opponent didn't show up. I don't really consider that like a really good win, but it's a win nonetheless, which goes on the record. And round 9, I played a guy from my locals yet again. Apparently, whenever I go in the last round when I'm, on the bubble, I always get paired up against somebody I know. In this case was Henry Williams, who was playing Agents again. And both games, first turn, he went nuts, and I couldn't come back at all. So yeah, that's my regional report for that. All in all, I'd say the deck was decent. I didn't really have like much of a problem with it. Just the fact that I prefer playing decks with more protection. I thought this would be a good, idea. It was, but it just didn't perform as well as I'd hoped. So I'm probably going to be switching over to Miracle Gemini. Still playing heroes. That's not gonna change. But I feel Miracle Gemini has more protection, as in warning and solemn. More backer and stuff like that, as well as access to Gemini Spark, which is definitely a help. So yeah, I'll probably put the deck profile of that up probably this week. So yeah, I think I will leave it at that, and I will see you later, YouTube. Laters.